off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Stafford going to put it up right away. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Allen's got it complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 50 at Stafford. And getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Rams had 8 and 6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Stafford. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Fields. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Stafford now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Our game here, the second of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucks and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Caught by Allen. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
That will toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
27 yards there, a first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Rams 3. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This is caught. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Akers. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Off-play action, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Fields throw taken in here by Patrick. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, here's Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stopped that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He finds his target, Allen. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Stafford here. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. To throw is Fields. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Throwing again on second down. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call.
Touchdown! Greg Dulcich. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 24, Rams 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and
All right, boys, here we go.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
And now here is another interception. Past the 20. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jackson on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And, my goodness, another interception. Able to slither by. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself,
oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. On the return, Jackson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
22!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Third and long. It's Fields. Trucks over him. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 45, Rams 17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own.
21. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent.